Interesting times ahead of us in the real estate market here in Canada, and in particular here on Vancouver Island. Hi, my name's Heather Clifford with eXp Realty with a quick little market update for you for the end of June. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the numbers that came out for the month of May, and then in the next couple of weeks, we'll do another update and we'll look at the numbers that come out for the month of June. So let's get started and see where we're at today as far as sales and listings go in the Comox Valley and the Campbell River areas. We'll go through my presentation that I've put together for you for the month of June 2025 here in the Comox Valley and Campbell River areas. And let's get started. So I like to start by going over the media release that came out from our CEO, Jason Yoakum. And he reports that the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board housing market remains balanced with just under 6 months of inventory. So in spite of the cloud of the economic uncertainty, optimism among buyers is still very positive. The island continues to buck the trend of declining home sales currently experienced on the mainland. Most of our market remains in balanced territory with year-to-date sales on par with that of 2024. And we will look over those numbers for Comox Valley and Campbell River area. But we do know that economic uncertainty drove home sales and prices down again in BC's lower mainland. The mainland is experiencing more difficulty in selling properties right now, and our market is not extremely robust. And while we're calling it a balanced market, a lot of homes are sitting on the market for a lot longer than has been in the last few years. So one of the other things that I like to do is I like to look at what's being put out by the media. And here we have sellers aren't budging as inventory builds up in the tariff-saddled BC real estate market. And basically what this article is saying is what happens in real estate in general. When it starts to turn from being a seller's market into a balanced market or even a buyer's market, sellers are reluctant to bring their prices down. And so we call this a sticky market. And it is only the sellers that really need to sell that actually price their homes according to where the last sales were or to what the recommendation is of their real estate agent. I found this other article here, owning a home in Canada is the most affordable it's been in 3 years. Quite interesting. And in particular, what they're talking about is the Vancouver condo market. And you want to look at who's putting the article out. Of course, it's coming from the bank themselves. And so they definitely have an objective here with writing this article. And then the last one is the red hot housing market has buyers competing hard across Saskatchewan. So when I was reading this article, good friends of mine are from Meadow Lake, and that is where the real estate market is the hottest right now in Canada. And it has been this way for 2 years. So there are still pockets of areas within Canada where homes are selling. And in particular, Saskatchewan is having a very robust market at this time. I also looked at Googling and using AI to find out where the best places and most affordable places are to live on Vancouver Island. And I've always said every time I do my market updates that Port Alberni still seems to be one of the more affordable, bigger towns to still invest in real estate. Campbell River came up number 2, and Courtney and Comox are 5 and 6 on the list, and we'll have a look at those numbers. But one of the things that they didn't even mention in this article was areas like Gold River or Port Hardy. So those areas are also still quite affordable, and there are a lot of people coming from out of area looking at the northern end of Vancouver Island. Now, the key factors behind this trend of more people coming to Vancouver Island is simply because a lot of people are able to work from home or have another word for it, could be home-based businesses. Mortgage rates are becoming more favorable than they have been in the past couple of years, and a long-term outlook on owning real estate here on Vancouver Island is much more favorable than that on the mainland Squamish areas or even the outlining cities of Vancouver. Once again, our Vancouver Island Real Estate Board covers North Island, known as Zone 7, then Campbell River, Comox Valley, Port Alberni, Parksville, Nanaimo, Cowichan Valley, but not the Victoria Real Estate Board. So if we look at our month over month, the trends, you can see that we are still climbing. And it seems like it's been generally about $10,000 every month. So March, April, May, you can see where our prices are at. And right now, at the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, single family detached homes, we have about 1,565 listings, which is up over last month where there was 1,362. We've had 409 sales, but we've had relatively the same amount of sales last month. So that hasn't changed much. And same with the length of time for homes on the market. The benchmark price, however, as you can see here, has gone up another $11,000 over last month. So if we look at our single family homes in the Campbell River area, we have jumped up about $2,000 over last month. So not a big jump. And then in the Comox Valley area, they saw a little bit of a higher jump, almost $20,000 over last month. So in Campbell River, the benchmark price for a single family home right now is $722,000. 700. And that's up about 1% from the previous year. And in the Comox Valley, year over year, benchmark price rose 7%. And now it sits at $887,600. In our condo market, Campbell River has fallen almost $20,000 over last month. That condo market is being hit very hard. And in the Comox Valley, it also has fallen, and it's fallen almost $20,000 as well. So the condo market is not performing or staying as strong as our detached housing market. The townhouse market in Campbell River has jumped up about $10,000 and about $8,000 in the Comox Valley area. If we look at the numbers of sales in the month of May, from the month of April, in the Campbell River area, we jumped up almost, I would say, 28% change. And over May of 2024 was the same thing, the 28% change. In the Comox Valley, we've dropped. We saw a negative 12% drop to 68 detached home sales in the month of May. Look at April. April in the Comox Valley performed very well at 82 sales. So we have seen a drastic slowdown in the Comox Valley detached market in the number of homes that have sold. So you want to know who's buying these homes. Well, I took a look at I have 12 homes that are closing between June and July. So I took a look at all of who these buyers were and who these sellers were. And to be honest, right now it's pretty much locally driven. It's people that are buying locally here or they're selling here and buying here. I've got a couple of first-time buyers, a couple of estate sales. We have a couple of families coming from Victoria. We have a family leaving for Ontario. And then the rest of the people that have been purchasing are from the Lower Mainland, but that number has dropped considerably. And that probably is because people in the Lower Mainland are not able to sell their homes right now. It's a really tough market, and that is affecting a lot of our homes here in the Comox Valley and the Campbell River area. And then I only had one investor property in that mix. So estate sales, local people, and then of course the downsizing. I've had quite a number of clients that are downsizing. They want to put some money in the bank, they want to help other family members out in purchasing real estate, or they want to travel. So everyone has a specific reason. And so those people that have a motivation or a goal or a reason for selling, they are being more realistic with their listing price. And these buyers are tend to be people that have sold as well. If we look at our snapshot from May to June, you can see that our listings are down for the month of June. Pending is down, and solds is also down. So you can see we've had a change in the market. It's almost like we've had a little bit of a hiccup or a slowdown. It could be everyone's still wondering what the heck is going on with those tariffs. How are they going to affect our job security, and of course, the price for goods out in the market right now is affecting everyone's confidence. Consumer confidence is still a little shaky, I would say. I wouldn't say that it's low. I would say that it's a little bit shaky out there right now. Here is my listing on McClary, and this is such a sweet rancher. It is on 0.26 of an acre. Asking price is 899,000. It is almost $100,000 less than another similar home in the area, and it's 2,100 square feet. It's got a nice little rec room or a man cave, or I'm not sure what you would want to use it for. There's so many different things that we could do with that room. And 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It is a great property in the Saratoga Beach area, and I would love to help my sellers get an offer on this property. This is also a listing I have down here in Saratoga Beach, and it's on Clarkson Avenue. This property has huge potential. It is 1 acre. It's got a little 2 bedroom cottage on it and a studio as well. And it has incredible 80 foot of ocean front, so you could build your dream home on it. And it's a great location. It's $1,475,000. The last sale, which was just down the road, was 1.6 million. And so it's just a few doors down from that property. We feel it's listed very well. Also down in the Black Creek area on the north side of the highway is Catherwood 2353, and this property is a gorgeous rancher with an outdoor kitchen and a massive separate garage, as you can see in the photo. It also has a setup for the second property that can be built, as well as the septic, and it has a great storage area if you want to bring an RV in, and it has sanitary dump down at the back there as well. So this is a beautiful 2016 is the year it was built rancher, and it is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Lovely property. I have a new price on my 2 bedroom condo on the Island Highway. Probably one of the best prices with an ocean view. It's $365,000. This building is a 55 plus, and there are no dogs or cats in this building. Beautiful ocean view and a well-priced condo. My listing down on Yake in Fanny Bay. This is another property with a stunning ocean view. It is a manufactured home, but it looks just like a detached home. It's very spacious, 1,600 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on half an acre, 0.46 of an acre, and just stunning views on this property. It is now listed at 948,800. I have an accepted offer on a little property. It's a brand new property on Wilfred in Black Creek, and I love this little home. 20th Avenue, we are waiting for probate on this property. It is basically sold. Sirius has an accepted offer, and it's pending now, and that was the 7 acre property. Home Road is now also sold, and this was the cutest rancher, big rancher, 1,700 square feet, beautiful lot, 0.23 of an acre, and it was listed at 745,000. Arizona Heights. So this is also a great little townhouse patio home development. We sold one of the units in there last week. And Rockland, this is another property that has just recently sold in Campbell River. We are waiting for the closing this next month of July for Cameron Road. It is also sold. And King Road, this property I just sold in multiple offers last week, and it will close in the month of July as well. I'm starting to get ready for my summer party right now and getting a big list together of the different food items that I'm going to get sourced from all my fabulous local farms that I love to go to. Shore Wolf Farm, Clever Crow Herbs. Penny is going to be at Ceramics making us some lovely dishes. And so I'm really looking forward to the upcoming customer appreciation party, which will be in early August. So that is our market update for the month of June, and I hope that you have a fantastic summer. If you have any questions in regards to your real estate needs, don't hesitate to reach out. My name's Heather, and take care.